So this morning we've come down to Maddens Falls. Maddens Falls is about an hour south of Sydney, and it's got to be 5 degrees. Whew, it's cold. Whew, can't even feel my fingers, it's so cold. Okay, so where are we? We are, well, of course, Sydney is based down in the southeast of Australia there. And as I just said in the video, Maddens Falls, about an hour to the south of Sydney there. So you can see there's a couple of national parks to the south. So that drive from the centre of Sydney down to Maddens Falls, just about an hour. Okay, let's get down there. Oh my goodness, that was a climb. We actually just followed the cliff across and then basically walked back up the river's edge again. But take a look at this. Isn't this sensational? Just amazing what you can find in your own backyard. Really good. So just arrived, probably took 45 minutes to get to this spot. And it's a real climb, so you got to have hiking boots or spikes or good footwear to get in here. So anyway, let's have a look around, see if we can set up and get some shots. Let's see what we get. Okay, so we're set up right front center of the falls here, so just try and get the easy shot out of the way first. The sky is super bright, there's no clouds in the sky at all right now, so it's just really, really bright. So what I've done is put a grad on the front of the lens just to take down the sky a little. I'm at half a second, which is just about perfect for waterfall. F9, ISO 50. Let's get this shot done, and then we'll have a look around and see what else is around here as well. So, okay, let's get this one. Okay, check this one out. First shot of the day. So I was just taking that last shot there, and what I noticed was I was just spinning the polarizing filter to take reflections off the water, and I thought it was quite dramatic here. So I thought it might just be interesting for you to see the difference between full polarizer and then virtually no polarizer on the shot at all. So I'm going to put up a shot with no circular polarizer effect on the shot at all, and you'll see the reflections on the rocks, etc. And then when I spin the polarizer, you'll see the shot with full polarization and hardly any reflections, and it's quite a dramatic difference here. Maybe just the angle of the sun hitting the rocks here, but I just thought it's an interesting example of why sometimes it's quite useful to use a circular polarizer. Let's check out the first one, no polarization, and then we're going to have a look at the second one. Check it out. Okay, so here's the first shot with no polarization effect whatsoever. What you're looking at are those reflections in the rocks on the left and right on the bottom of the shot. You add polarization, all those reflections are taken away. So you end up with a much darker appearance and much more texture in the rocks themselves. Let's go back. Here's the shot with no polarization. You can see it now. A lot of reflections, add polarization, and you really have that much darker texture and richness in the color of the rock itself. Okay, let's get back to the video. Okay, so we've done that shot in landscape mode, and I've just, what I've done now is turned the camera in portrait mode here, because I just noticed the lower half of the falls, it's got really quite a nice cascade here with some greenery around it that sort of frames the shot as well. So again, I'm at 0.6 of a second, I'm at F9, and I'm at ISO 50. So let's just try that in portrait mode. I've pointed the camera quite a lot down, so it's actually sort of focused in on that lower half of the fall. I thought it was quite a nice look. Check this shot out. Okay, so I've just moved across a little bit here. I'm actually standing on the next boulder to the left of where I was before. But this sort of really opens up the falls here. It's amazing how these places are right in the middle of the city of Sydney. Well, not in the middle, but it's only an hour south. It's so accessible, really quite easy to get to, and an easy walk in, apart from the climb to get to the bottom. But it's spectacular. I can imagine after quite a lot of rain, this thing would be just a wall of water coming over this whole cliff face here. So what I've done here is that I'm using the center piece of the falls as my main focus for the composition. There's a little fall coming down on the left-hand side, and there's one on the right that sort of just complement and fill in the frame a little. So I'm doing a wide shot to begin with. I'm thinking that it's probably more a portrait shot to capture this centerpiece here. I've got a little bit of sky in because I do like some headroom in shots. I do like to, whatever's in the top of the frame, I do like to have some space, some breathing space above that. So I've just given the top of the falls a little bit of blue sky, although it's very bright. I just think it sort of complements the shot a bit better. So let's get this in. It's a half second. I'm at f8. I'm at ISO 50. I'm at f8. Everything's going to be sharp because it's pretty much all in one plane here, one focal plane. So let's get this one shot and check it out. Okay, so I've come all the way around the left-hand side of the falls now, and I'm just really taking in this sort of the right-hand side of the falls as we look at it. It's obviously a portrait shot because these cascades are just working perfectly in portrait. I'm set up at 0.5, I'm at f7.1 again, I'm ISO 50. I'm actually focused right in the center here at this rocky platform, but everything's in one plane, so it's all going to be sharp in focus. Loving these little cascades falling down. Again, we've got green on both sides. The reason I came here and not too far across was we've got a tree on the left here, which if I'd gone too far, it may be blocking that flow in the middle of the falls here. So I just want to make sure I capture that flow. So stunning. Some blue sky. Again, I've just left myself a little bit of headroom. I've just captured the top of the tree on the right hand side to fill the frame there. Okay, let's get this one into post and check it out. Whoop. Okay, I'm standing on a log in the river right now and precariously balanced. What I've done is I've come way across the left-hand side of the falls here, as you can probably tell. And the reason I'm here is because the falls are looking great. Okay, you've seen the main fall. I've shot it a couple of times now, and I've been using more of the right-hand side of the fall because I think it has more character and a lot more cascades that are quite photogenic. However, what I've noticed from here is, and the reason I'm here is I've set my camera up, I think you can see it in the frame, really quite low. I'm going to fall in the river here. I've set it up quite low, and it's got headroom above the top of the falls, which I always try to do, but it also, in the bottom of the frame, there's a pool. So this is going to be a combination of two shots. I've done the main falls at 0.6 per second, f8 and ISO 50. So I've got that nice water flow and a bit of texture coming down from the falls themselves. But what I've done for the bottom half of the shot, because right in front of the camera is this pool where these bubbles are coming in, so the bubbles are coming in one side and then heading out on the other side. So what I'm trying to do is capture that swirl to fill the bottom of the frame. Not sure if it's going to work. I don't even know what sort of pattern they're going to make, but I'm hoping it's a kind of a circular in and out around the front of the camera type of pattern. In order to achieve this, I've put a 10-stop filter on the front of the lens, and this is going to be at least a 2-minute exposure to allow those bubbles to move around the frame. So what I'll do then is when I get it back into Photoshop later, I'll blend the two shots together. So we've got the main falls, some definition, pool in the bottom, the whole composition hopefully is going to come together. Hopefully. Anyway, let's see if it works out. Check out the shot. Alright, that's us. We are done for the day. Maddens Falls, an hour south of Sydney. Come down, check it out. It's amazing. Time now is about 9 o'clock, so we're going to head off for a coffee, see if we can find some breakfast. You don't get down here at sunrise, obviously. You don't need sunrise for a waterfall. Come down when the sun's up. Beautiful. No one here. We had the place to ourselves all morning. Incredible. So if you like the shots, give it a thumbs up. Just down there. Subscribe to the channel if you like this kind of content. We've got more coming your way. Lots of content coming your way. So give it a thumbs up, subscribe, and we'll see you in the next one. Cheers.